Hello everyone and welcome back to Rogue Trader. In the previous episode I believe we will finally left Komorag, but it turned out after the big arena battle we ended up here, which is a pub for witches, and there were two separate witch clans and we managed to get them fight against each other, and of course we killed the rest. And then the Harlequin appeared again, and he said that Iriad's people is here, who remained, and they are up in this spire, and we are agreed to free them because they have farseers, and they might help
Let us not dawdle.
to leave Komorag. And I suspect another hefty battle. Maybe it's not the correct word, but I suspect another battle ahead of us. Oh, can we do something?
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling. Let me tend to your wounds.
The healing is much appreciated.
That's good. And now let's get some more grenades. And this time around, grenades for everyone. Okay, now Abelard is... Oh, we need another healing for Abelard. To be perfectly honest, guys. Because we don't want him...
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows.
Oh, field medicine at its finest.
Now we can go. Russia also has some head trauma. Well, that's okay. We have to go down.
Unexpected result.
I thought we have to go. Oh, that's nice. I see, we can demolish the wall.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
But we can explore. I just had to explore. But maybe that wall is just for the goods.
I always have a backup plan.
I better myself through my service.
Armor of Despair. Using a non-attack ability grants the viewer a +5% bonus to dodge and parry for each enemy adjacent to the viewer for 1 round. Okay, and that okay, we have to go down. And what's the quest exactly? Troubling developments, find a way to escape. Nuclear gondolas capable of transporting dark captain to the top of the spire. The Reaving Tempest moored on the outer terrace. Okay, so we need transport.
Is there money to be
up.
made?
Well, we are here. Cautious pilot. The two pilots are already disarmed and shackled. They give you a haunted look as you approach them, but do not dare to say anything. That's a nice change. You take a glance at the Xenos boat. Sure, it's designed and certain parts appear bizarre, but you can still guess their purpose. You could probably steer it. I can steer a gondola, Alentak. We do not need these pilots. Okay, that's now 3 ways to do things. Leave while you can. Iliad, take the helm. The pilots catch Iliad gold gaze, exchange glances and take off running without saying a word. The gondola is yours. That's not a gondola, that's... it's a raider. Yeah, not a, because the Ravager has 3 cannons. Just a raider.
I always keep my options open.
I might say that now we will, after this battle, we will leave Komorag. But after last time, I don't dare to say that. Also, if you are watching my videos more than, let's 3, you should consider to subscribe to my channel and give a like to this video if you like it, and definitely comment down below. I would love to chat with you. So there's that, but don't do it if you don't want to. It's just an option. Okay, now let's check. I can't wait to sell all the stuff. The dim light sources of Komorag glow like swamp slides, making you dizzy and nauseous. Yeah, but it's also looking awesome.
Let us not dawdle.
Okay, what's the deal here? The Gargantuan Spire is too large to see its eternity. Its true proportions are shrouded in shadows, and you feel as if those shadows try to envelop and swallow you whenever you look away. The colors here are especially dark and dangerous. It is as if I am drowning in a bottomless ocean of billowing haze. But what is it? I feel a faint tremor coming from deep inside the spire, like the call of the Immaterium, except much purer. Those are the Eldars. Alentak, Iria touches the glowing stone in her chest and turns her aching gaze to the spire. Her face is buried with a strange expression as if a roaring torrent of sadness, fear and rage is about to erupt. My kin from Krudurak are still there. I can sense it, as I can sense the flames of their souls inexorably going out. Fury and fear are devouring me from the inside out, and I do not know what frightens me more, the grim answers that hide behind the spire's walls, or the scars that my heart will bear once I discover them. Yet I must learn the truth about my world. Perhaps this is the day the outcast finds her path again. Come along, when we find the farseers, you will have all your answers. You speak the truth, Alentak. Let us be on our way. We will tear their lives from the clutches of my insatiable cousins. She turns her face to you, and despite her tense expression, you see the corners of her mouth twitch. I find myself wondering if a single farseer gazing at the hazy visions of things yet to come ever glimpsed future where the key to their salvation stemmed from a duo of a monkey and an outcast. As for the webway gate, the Abarian mentioned, for it to open before you and let you enter the webway, you would require help from one of her kind. Years broke furrows. I could try to open the gate, but to do that I would need a serpent monster. resonance device. The masters of this place must keep it close at hand. If you wish for me to use my knowledge and open a path out of Komorag to for us to find this item, without it I am powerless to make the webway allow us entry into its labyrinth. Iliad, what is the plan to find your kin? Farseers are not easy captives to keep. Whatever the Dark Ones are using to repress my kin's powers, those tools will be noticeable. I will find a way to them. The spire of the Weaving Tempest welcomes you with muffled noises sweeping from its dark walls, distant voices, footsteps, and screams of pain. Let's check the outside first. And not just because of the loot. Maybe we can find someone or gather some information.
Let us see what I found.
Or some loot.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay, let's see. Wow. Something is
I
definitely
always
going
have a
on
backup
here.
plan.
The sinister labyrinth looks like a death trap. It was probably created for just such a purpose.
Too hard for a simple monkey.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Keep a sharp eye. State your intention. I have learned much in my exile.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Messiah, grant me the wisdom to perceive.
Yeah, another
You
trap.
interrupted my thoughts. My success was inevitable.
Connect the platforms. What platforms?
I always keep my options open.
I sense something nearby.
Okay, this is like, as they said, it's a death trap. With a lot of loot. Okay, then we are going after the loot first, as always. Because we are the merchant vagabond.
Searching is my observance.
Let us not dawdle.
Okay, these things are not hurting us.
I align my path with yours. For now. Choose your own path. A trivial task.
Before the farce of the goods. Research report. The thick stack of papers made of strange material oh, strange material. It's probably made of skin. Human skin. Of a strange material has been hastily tied with a coarse piece of string. The pages are covered in a sharp, uneven handwriting and have brown stains on them. Goal: several-fold increase in will energy. Note: enhancing the will connection will require merging the minds of 4 specimens. Note: 4 individuals, 2 male and 2 female, selected from among Kudurak farseers. Aside from the will connection, the specimens have no common traits. Merging process expected to be fascinatingly painful. Stage 1. Hearts of 3 Eldar placed inside the thorax of the 4th, the most resilient among them. Redundant or original heart removed. Other internal organs preserved. Specimens consciousness throughout the surgeries. Despite the blockers, the partial brain transplants were accompanied by several energy discharges, resulting in equipment damage. The potential is amazing. The integrated subject was punished by an intramuscular injection of an acidic solution that erodes the soft tissue from the inside. Stage 3. Subject stable and controllable, undergoing significant physical and psycho-emotional distress as the Eldar minds are becoming aware of the situation. The energy discharges increase every time the blockers are eased or brain receptors are directly stimulated, confirming the expected result. In order to intensify the pain experience, the subject will be nourished by essences of its own torture. The other consciousnesses are trying to consume one another, perhaps in order to lower the net pain awareness. Curious, the subject must continue to be saturated with its autogenic agony with added psychotranquilizers injections. Note: enhance the subject's physical suffering with internal bone tissue disintegration. After that, the notes become indecipherable. Well, thanks the Emperor. I don't even want... I just call it because I don't want the marker there. But there's a farseer. Or maybe there are 4 farseers. Katean, my son. The elder farseer turtle body is barely moving. You have seen abject creatures like this before, stitched together from several bodies. Their miserable existence serves but to satisfy their homunculus masters' morbid interest in perversions of the flesh. And yet this one is not like the others, but twin-faced, stitched together from parts of several male and female Eldar, turns its unseeing gaze toward you. Its eyes have been cruelly sewn shut. You have come, my son. A woman's ghostly whispers escape the cut lips, oozing blood and pus. Hold the line, don't let the corruption spread further. A commanding shout comes with a cough from inside the rip-open thorax where 3 hearts are beating inside a single ribcage as in a prison of bone. I finish the stage, master. A fleeting, satisfied expression passes over the stitched face as a suave young voice interrupts the warlike shouting. We are all united in the shadow of the great Tree Sister until Kala Menshah Kakane claims our hearts. Your elucidator discerns yet another voice, soft and profound. O Ishla, mother of all life, may your blessing protect the children of the Assyrian from the abominations of bodily and spiritual torture. The Eldar's hand twitches as she reaches for her weapon. Nothing of your kin is left in this creature, and their suffering irreal. That is not so. The accursed homunculus has merged not just the farseers' bodies but their souls as well. They are still inside in agony, torn to pieces by memories they own and others. But I can sense the shadow of she who serves creeping ever closer to devour them and erase them from this world forever. I cannot let that happen. So
spill no tears for me, Isha.
None are better at searching. What is it?
Keep your wits about you.
I have learned much in my exile.
We disabled maybe this. No. Oh, there is a trap.
Did you hope to see an Azuriani fail?
And now we can go here. Interesting. What is happening here? Fire Morag. Oh, what a strange feeling. Ilya touches her head and her eyes dart around the torture chamber. Here a manshak Hain, take my heart. Placed on a grim stone pedestal in front of you is an intricate game board, broadly similar to the one Regicide players use, with miniature figures of Dark Eldar and Assyrian skillfully fashioned out of onyx and rainbone are frozen in elegant poses opposite each other. Several of them are toppled, and for a moment you think you see fresh blood running from under the game pieces down the small grooves craved into the board. Iliad, are you alright? Iliad stares at the game board stunned. It seems she never heard your question. I think those are not game pieces. Quiet. Please stop torturing my mind. I will not let you become another spirit of the wind. Not for the light, for a million stars. Just let me explain myself. Iliad, what is going on? I left Kudorak because that was my path. Is that now what you have been teaching us from birth until the final moments of our lives? I can hear it very well. The mournful lament of our brothers and sisters tortured to death in this room. I would prefer not to hear it, but I cannot. As clearly as I hear the melody of your soul's torment. But don't you dare. These are no need to blame me for what you happened to you. Iliad clenches her jaw and seems to stop breathing entirely. One of the farseers is trapped in the game board, correct? Your words snap Iliad back from her lapse of reason. How did you know? A monkey is incapable of hearing the call of the immortal soul of a child of the Assyrian. Could it have been a simple guess? Yet you are absolutely right, Elemental. In their torture, the Dark Ones go far beyond the limits of the possible. For imprisoned within these game pieces, within this board designed for games that intrigue the mind, is the soul of a farseer. Why would the Drukhari imprison a farseer's soul in a game, in a board game? Why does the wind blow and the rain fall? Why does the starlight illuminate our path and darkness dismay us? It is their nature, for that is the way of their world. The Dark Ones feed on despair and suffering, while the farseers are powerful beings of unbending will, whose souls, however, are brittle. Every move on this game board causes the farseer nothing but pain. He fears everything, sees everything, and is aware of everything. He dies with each taken piece and is resurrected at the end of a game. Iliad twists her mouth and her guilt-ridden gaze. Wow! We can be a really, really bad person to her. It looks like the farseer put you through a mental torment. What did she say? That I am a traitor and my path is paved with the bodies of my kin. That I am an outcast who carries the blame for the destruction of my home, since I heard the call of our dying ancestors but did not return in time. And that it should have been me in her place. The pain and suffering have damaged the farseer's mind. You could not have saved Kondorak alone. But I could have protected my home and met my end alongside the others. Iriad's own words make her shudder as she stares at the flayed bodies of her brothers and sisters. Still, for as long as at least one child of Kondorak is alive, its memory will not vanish. And I am yet to reach the end of my path. The seed planted long ago is yet to grow and bring forth the flower, truth. We can take the farseer to the ship and save at least what is left of her. It is hard to say how much more suffering her soul has yet to endure before we leave this city. She may be even devoured by slaughter and trash on the way, as forms like these make our souls very brittle and defenseless. But if you think there is a chance she can be saved, I will not stand in the way. Yeah, maybe we can transfer her in time to a spirit stone, and if we find a place in another craft world, she can be connected with the eternal circuit or something like that. Okay, and there's the loot. And we also have to check everything, because maybe we will find that resonance thingy. Maybe we won't find any... You know what? I don't want to know. I just don't want to know what's inside. It shows loot here, but where? Ah, there. Oh, those are notes. I'm not sure I want to read it. Deliverance as the activation or the order code word. Excellent. 43. Sequential joint removal starting with the fingers. The process results in death as in every previous instance. The body will be reformed and regrown. 59. Internal organs excised and placed into an alkyne solution with severance from the nervous system. The subject is observing its dismemberment and experiencing the pain at its full intensity. The agony strengthens the connection to the will, but the body is weak and inevitably perishes. 71. The subject's body... okay, I don't think we really need to read all of that. You can pause the video and do that. We get the game point that these guys are bad, and if you're fighting with them, you keep the last bullet for yourself.
Is there money to be made?
We close Xenos. Oh, we can try again. Yes, we can try again because we have another.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Rapid destination. Increase the rate of fire of the bearer's weapon by 1. Each time an enemy is killed per blast is inflicted on the other enemies in 2 seconds. Whenever the bearer attacks an enemy behind cover with a ranged attack, cover efficiency is decreased by 40% for that attack. That's an interesting item. And I think you should have it. Because you can use the recoil and shooting through towers, also a nice one. Okay, let's go back here and find these loots before we move on. The map pack is useful. Disable.
My success was inevitable.
And we had a
I always keep
terminal
my
here
options open.
which said connect platforms.
This could be an opportunity.
State your intention. I wander through the stars. A trivial task.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, let's go back here. There was a computer for connecting the platform. There. That should be the one.
Keep your wits about you.
Keep a sharp eye.
These
I have
are
failed my kin. I'm restless. Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead. Your technology is limited, but I am grateful.
Is there money to be made?
yeah. See, we are making money.
Let us not dawdle.
suspects has detected something.
Oh, too hard for a simple monkey.
Main hall. We are not moving into the main hall, not just yet. Because we still have a lot of things to explore. And it's funny because we are exploring, and I said that we wanted to get out of here as fast as possible. Oh, bloodthirsty experiment. Well, we will take out of his misery.
What do we have here? No right to exist.
We are called to battle.
Okay, so not just experiments, but here are the guys who are doing this. Okay. Abelard will flank. Great.
Martyrdom is the reward.
A pitiful attempt.
If it serves your cause.
Okay, let's start with this guy.
If I must. If it serves your cause.
Maybe finishing him off.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Couldn't.
I understand your intent.
I'd rather not. A tactically sound approach.
Yeah, you rather want to do that. Believe
Indeed.
me. Oh. Watch.
Victory is imminent.
You will pay dearly for your actions.
Well, that. Yep, but I just can't. I just can't pass on that possibility.
I will do my duty.
Reckless strike. Let's hit him.
Grey hair, sure hand.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
So Argentona can shoot through cover. She should do it there. I see. She cannot see. Okay.
Faith without deeds is worthless. This is why I
Pitiful
chose it.
attempt.
Doubt is for the weak. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it. You, my emperor!
Work for a flesh crafter.
As the emperor commands, I act.
I'll tear your heart out for this.
We'll see.
Don't let your guard down. Who, if
That's
not
good,
me?
yeah. Pray. Now we are
It's
putting
as good as
everything on
done.
it.
I'll see to it personally.
Oh, that's... Yeah, that's a better shot. I have to take it.
On it. Consider this a taste of what's to come. Best defense is a good offense.
You on the art of pain.
I'll make it happen.
I didn't want to do that level R.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Okay, let's move this guy away.
Successfully terminated.
That's better.
Request approved. My vow is to serve. Request approved.
Oh, Isha, heal my wounds.
Running binaric override.
Okay, make...
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Make Pascal shoot again.
Significant value.
I will join the ancestors.
You can shoot another.
Your Messiah knows all, comprehends
A pitiful attempt.
Request approved.
What would be the hitting chance? Not much. But she can look at them. But I don't think I want to do that.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
But let's...
Me? If
Do
you
that.
insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Let's try that one. Because these guys are doing some buffs.
This tedium is beneath me. Another soul slips beyond the
Nice
veil.
shot.
If it serves your cause.
A pitiful attempt.
If I must.
Isha, heal my wounds.
Target well.
You will pay dearly for your actions.
It will be done. You attack.
Nice. Charge him.
A pitiful attempt. Gah!
That's good. Cluster up.
Guided by faith. This is why I was
Pay
chosen.
dearly for your actions.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
You've unleashed my fury.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
Okay, if we shoot him, it would mean we can shoot at 2 targets.
I'll
Better.
see to it personally. Thought twice before crossing me.
That's the spot.
The darkness.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Okay, let's assign that an objective. And make Pascal
In the
kill
name
everyone.
of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
Running binaric override. The Old Messiah knows all. Comprehends significant value. Running binaric override. Successfully terminated.
Fates.
Can we move? Yes, we can. Let's move.
The scriptural prognosis is
I'll return this favor tenfold.
my vow is significant value. The Old Messiah knows
I'll return this favor tenfold.
Why are our damage are so low? It has some effects. Unnatural frenzy. The creature can make 3 attacks per round and damage that is reduced by 100%. Okay. And we'll keep shooting at this other guy.
Isha, heal my wounds.
This is also buffed up. Now let's try out this heroic act.
Scriptural prognosis is favorable. My vow is to serve.
We never did this before.
Cogitation failed.
Look at this. With 1 cell radius. Oh. Okay.
The Omnissiah.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
Request approved.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I'll do it.
You will pay dearly for your
As
actions.
the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
It will take some time to kill them.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
Just shoot at him. Can't really harm them.
If it serves your cause.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
At your beck and call. Indeed.
Maybe once it will be their turn.
A pitiful attempt. You will pay dearly for your actions.
Okay, the effect is over. More or less.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
You will pay dearly for your actions.
Okay, this will be a long fight. Oh, we have better chances to wound them.
I'll make it happen. Who if not me? On it.
Okay, now let's see.
Consider this a
Heal
taste of
my
what's
wounds.
to come.
Let's move far closer.
Advancing. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
What's that? What's the overstart extra damage?
Running by near.
Wait, monkey, extend a helping hand and I will show you the way home. Okay. Activate the mechanism. Oh, there's someone in there. But first we level up. And we want a little training in corrodes. Demolition is agility, then let's train agility. Any skill? Can we increase corrodes? Yes, we can. Maybe this combat master, because he finds himself surrounded many times. Okay, can we increase logic? Base skill logic, advanced skill logic. We already did that. Let's make him a grenadier as well. Oh, the soldier's first grenade used in a combat does not spend AP. Calculated reactions. Warrior characters can use persuasion, coercion, and commerce based on intelligence instead of fellowship. Well, let's do that. Iriel. Let's increase her perception or ballistic skill. Fellowship. We can't increase fellowship. We can increase willpower and perception. Maybe some ballistic skill so she can shoot better with that arc rifle. There's no point, because she will use her abilities. So give her more agility or dodge. This power deals plus 1 additional damage for every 5 bonus quests that navigators active. It uses another power that hasn't been used in this combat to gain plus 2 perception of the land of combat. Open to the war. Is affected by navigator's abilities to create a stacking minus 10 points for the next resistance. Allies that are targeted by the navigators will gain 10% or more. This additional armor is reduced by the amount of field degradation and increased by infusing the navigator star. Allies that became targets of the navigator's power gain bonuses to all the characters equal to the infusing parameter until the end of the navigator's turn. What's the infusing parameter? Enemies targeted by the navigator's power gain -5 mental awkward until the end of the... Okay, I don't know what's that. Go to the agility and... Unblinking stare. Until the end of the combat, enemies damaged by the navigator suffer an additional percentage damage from all attacks of opportunity and cannot dodge them. The enemies moved by the navigator abilities. Which ability can move enemies? Whenever a creature in combat gains an extra turn, the navigator gains stacking. Let's do that. No, we have goods here.
My success was inevitable.
The set of symbols looks unfinished as if you only have a half a mysterious special in front of you. Okay. Now, we can do this.
What a peculiar thing.
Somewhere unseen mechanism. Okay, we have to do that as well, or activate that as well. It is protecting some goods there. Okay.
Speak, Elantak.
We're speaking.
I have learned much in my exile.
The symbols looks unfair as if we have only how the message. Yeah.
A trivial task.
I always keep my options open.
Despite his many bleeding wounds, the steely Eldar calmly straighens his shoulders and raises his narrow chin as he scrutinises you with his keen gaze. Mysterious blue light glimmers in his emerald green eyes. A monkey and an outcast have found their way into the heart of the dark city to save what little remains. The universe is full of cruel surprises, but this is an outcome I managed to foresee. You have foreseen our meeting but could not avoid being captured. What is the point of your prophecies then? Pierre glares daggers at her fellow Eldar, but he does not look away. I am glad our paths have crossed again, my child. It is a great relief for me to know you are alive, but what is this? The farseer frowns and and concern surface on his face. Your soul wanders in the gloom, entangled in the brush of a despicable connection. I see that it grows from the seeds of solitude, doubts, and fears. And this thread of fate stretches between you and his keen gaze darts to you, a monkey. O Iriat, may a sovereign spare you from ever facing the farseer's judgment. For our kin are intolerant of such aberrations that may make our souls fade. You know this. No, this is the time we have to speak, I think. I treasure a unique connection. It is not despicable or wrong. There is no need for you to explain yourself to him, Alentak, especially not after you have released him from the torment of the Fleshmaster's terrible construct. Oh, we can do that! You have got yourself a most amusing monkey to keep you company, Iriel. He understands our language and even knows a thing or two about customary greetings. Not that any of it makes him a worthy companion for you to have on your path. It is the Alentak who keeps me at his side. Were it not for him, my soul would have long left this body, or else I would have been devoured by a minion of she who thirsts, and I would never have learned the truth of what happened to Kudarak. Well, that's a nice thing to do, but how about just leaving? But okay, let's start introducing ourselves. Of course, Alentak, one forgets one's good manners all too easily in the Dark City. Iliad can barely contain her fury as she gestured toward her fellow Eldar. Standing before you is Eklendil Moash, who walks the path of the farseer. He is the all-seeing eye and timeless sentinel of Kudarak. He was, that is. Either way, a monkey's name is not the kind of thing he would be particularly interested in case you were expecting me to introduce you to him. You in turn. He will forget your name as certainly as one forgets a troubled dream in the morning. Alentak, now that is a word I have not heard in years. The farseer does not even look in your direction. There were other farseers beside you in the spire. Between the homunculus tortures, I was able to glance inside my skin's desperate minds. I saw every soul that was extinguished in this spire. I sang a lament for every brother and sister sacrificed by the Dark Ones. I carry their memory in my heart. And if I get out here alive, their names will not be forgotten. Your senses fail your Eklendil. Eklendil. It's a familiar name. I think I heard something. It sounds like Elendil. Yeah, I think that's how it's familiar to me. Many died, but not all. Iria turns around sharply and points to the game board containing the farseer. So I was unable to save her, but you could have tried. The elder recalls as he looks at the bloodied game board. What is this? Explain yourself, monkey. What in all the gods' names made you decide to torture one of my sisters? Are you aware that a farseer's soul is imprisoned in this object, and that your every touch causes unspeakable pain to her immortal soul? I did what I could to save the farseer's soul, but I could only do so much. The other's expression is inscrutable, but he struggles to speak. You have set me free, and I am grateful for the rescue. But what you are doing is wrong. I can free my sister's tortured soul if you let me. Monkey, I am asking you for one more favor. Then do it. Lay rest the wretched soul imprisoned in this object. Ear blinks in surprise. In her eyes there is a faint and fleeting trace of softness and gratitude. Really, I must confess I have set little store by your species in the past. Perhaps in some regards I was wrong to do so. Xenos notes in gratitude finds a spirit stone on one of the homunculus' desk and chants a few unfamiliar words which your elucidator does not catch. Dark blood pours out of the game board in the Eldar's hand, and as soon as he finishes his chant, a warm glow suffuses the stone he is holding. It is down. You said you would help us find our way home. What did you mean? The countless hours I spent in the homunculus cage were not all spent in the throes of agony. I listened, I observed, I absorbed. And I soon learned that an age-old gate built by our ancestors is hidden in the heart of the spire. A webway gate connected to the world outside. I can unseal it and forge your path to salvation. I can help you make your way out of the dark city and leave this place behind. But you must take me to the gate. My mind is still firm and my spirit is unbreakable. My body, on the other hand, will not soon forget pains and rents. What is the point of your question, Alantak? I can guide you to get to the gate myself, but not before Akanis Meresh, who was the path of farseer, the all-seeing eye and timeless sentinel Kudarak, pours the light in truth into the bottomless well of my fear and doubt. The farseer is at your disposal, Iriel. I feared this moment would never come. Iriel takes a deep breath and looks into the farseer's eyes. Look at me, Eklandil, and tell me what adversity befell our home. As a council member, you cannot possibly be unaware of the truth, and Eklandil, do not even consider hiding anything from me. Sometimes ignorance truly is a bliss, my child, but I cannot deny you your right to know the truth. The farseer tosses back his head, and his voice sounds like rolling thunder. When we found ourselves amid the stars of this stellar fabric, we encountered a monkey ship. A ship much too puny to take an Assyrian world. Or so we thought, until the council was stuck with a vision of the horror to come. The ship would be our doom, not only for us on Kudorak, but for all Eldar kind among the nearby stars. And even for those whose paths stretch far beyond the stars. We could not allow such a thing to happen. When the ship approached, we pierced it with 100 salvos and then rejoiced, for among the wreckage the rangers found no trace of the forcing curse. Assyrian, how wrong we were. The ship that returned from their reconnaissance toward starport were already carrying it on their wings. Whether it was a scratch from a passing wreck or the infected ashes of the monkey ship that the cosmic winds had not had time to disperse, the plague crept in our home and immediately began to eat away at the craft's very flesh. In the infinity circuit, the souls of the ancestors battled the spreading pestilence ferociously, but the world was falling apart and there was no stopping it. Spires collapsed, rivers dried up, the ground itself sank, and all living things turned into a strange blend of organic matter and metal. We fought for our home until the very end, but when it became clear that Kudarak was beyond saving, the council decided to gather all who remained aboard them on the surviving shuttles and scattered across the galaxy to look for salvation. And that was what we did. I think this is the tech blight, maybe. But who steered the infected vessel toward Kudarak?
I am afraid you already know the answer, Elantark. You just cannot accept it. Your predecessor, she who previously owned this vessel and your entire protectorate, the monkey who kept a piece of my homeworld in her study, like a trifle or trophy of no great significance.
Okay, and she used the tech blight to take down a whole Eldar homeworld. So it was your accursed kind, Eklandil's eyes light with golden radiance. Wait, Eklandil, shedding innocent blood will not bring our home back. The Elentak is guilty only of helping me to reach this place and free you. The blood of the executioner of our people flows through the veins of one you long to save. What has the monkey done to deserve your mercy? The golden sparks slowly die away and the farseer wearily closes his eyes. You said a disease broke out aboard the ship? You want to know how your king's people destroyed my world so you can follow their example? Answer the question, Akandil, not for the monkey's amusement but for the sake of those whose souls dissolved in infinity. At first we thought the monkey were in the service of the greatest enemy of our kind, the one who lurks beyond the edge of reality. But the world's affiliation manifested itself differently. It distorted Kudorak while avoiding encounters with the souls of our ancestors. We were waiting for Thalen Trash, the destroyer of souls, to burst her way in through the gaping wounds of the world, yet her gaze was directed away from our suffering. No one ever managed to identify the nature of their curse, even as we watched it destroy our home, and so, having lost all hope of saving, we fled. If your kin fled Kudorak, how did you end up here? Our twisted cousins found our arks in the void's cold embrace. At first it seemed they were going to save us, to extend a helping hand, and so we told them what had happened to Kudorak and where to look for it. But our cousin souls are dark and thirst for blood. My ark was one of the first they seized. The Dark Eldar massacred hundreds of thousands of their own kind for fleeting pleasure's sake, and enslaved the farseers for their accursed experiments. And that monkey was I who ended up hanging in this cage. Is Kudorak completely destroyed? That's hard to believe. The Arbenmayan took care of what remained, but that is none of your concern, monkey. You heard his sign for a while and then say coldly, but Eklandil, how did Kudorak ended up in the Expanse, this close to monkey ship and the Dark One's hunting grounds? That was the path chosen by the Council, my child. We had charted Kudorak's course among the stars for years, and no one had an inkling of the terrible fate that would await us in the place that promised us salvation. Oh, so they were traveling to the Coronus Expanse, and probably humanity built it up too fast there. No one knew. The farseer looks away for a mere second, but an itching sensation immediately burrows its way into the base of your skull. Something is wrong here. The paths I have walked have taught me a great deal. To see the truth where it is concealed, and not to hesitate to cut off the head of a lying snake that tries to coil around my heart. Iliad stares unblinkingly at her fellow Eldar, fury gleaming in her eyes. If the entire Farseer Council failed to foresee the world's doom, then everything the children of their sovereign have been talked about past for centuries is a lie. You are hiding something, Eklandil. Speak now. How dare you that the one tone, how dare you take that tone with me, outcast? I am not obliged to justify myself before you, let alone protest my innocence. We freed from your homunculus torture chamber, Eklandil, and this is the thanks we get. The Farseer's emerald green eyes are filled with despair. We had been steering Kudorak along a course prophesied by the stars themselves until Shire's tumultuous currents cast us to the edge of the Great Wound. A storm was coming, threatening to sweep Kudorak away from its path, and so the council decided on a route to safety, across the nearest islet of Hope and into the place known among the Monkey as the Coronus Expanse. We stood by our decision, but there came a point where the prophecies became even darker and more unsettling. Someone proposed altering the course, but the closing grip of raging Shale was blocking our path on all sides. It was then that the council's opinion was split. My vote was deciding one in that difficult debate, for I believe that the prophecy that had promised us salvation in the expanse could have not been a lie. You already know what happened next. The farseer closes his eyes and turns away, unwilling to meet Iliad's gaze. Iliad looks lost. So we were doomed. I should have stayed on Kudorak. I could have tried to help those who survived the disaster. If I only had to chosen the accursed path and left the Craftworld, I could have. If only I had not chosen the accursed path and left the Craftworld, I could have at least tried to save someone. Now, using Uriel Zeno's lore to convince her, you are not to blame for the demise of your world. Subverting fate is beyond your power. Yet must risk in displeasure. The Farseers, it was not beyond their power. They led Kudorak to prosperity for years, only to become too blind to what was going on around them. Had they not followed the prophecy as the old custom required, had they changed course instead, Kudorak might still be whole. There is no bringing back the past, but you can try to change your people's future. Iliad stays silent for a long time, peering into the face of the farseer standing across from her. Calm and collected, he looks prepared to meet his fate. Finally, Iliad replies, "We are both guilty and both deserve a fate much more terrible than death. However, it is too early for us to leave this world before we have atoned for our guilt. Come with me, Eklendil. We have a lot to do before the Great Oblivion. We will find our brothers and sisters and protect them from those who seek harm them. Perhaps we may even find a new home." Your words are like a healing melody flowing into my tormented soul. For the first time, a slight smile graces the farseer look. I accept your proposal, my child. Okay, we need to escort him, but we also want to look around and collect all the loot. Assault Claw. Melee area attacks with creature turret by.
What do we have here?
Well, we have many things.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
My success was inevitable.
Let's activate.
My success is an irrefutable certainty. O Messiah, grant me the wisdom to perceive.
He granted you.
Too hard for a simple monkey?
These are Xeno. Yeah. We will have so much Xeno artifact for the Casbalica mission. Oh, webway resonance device. Well, if we have to choose who opens the webway gate, the journal entries are written in an angular but surprisingly tidy hand, as if the writer deliberately meticulously over every word. The notes are supplemented by diagrams and formulae. The farseer's mind is aggressively resisting external interference. The mind maggot perished instantly upon being introduced into the system, which has never been observed before. Interesting. As punishment, the subject was placed in vibra shackles that chip away at limb bones. Unreadable diagrams. Mind maggot enhanced with power implant. Subject placed in a red-hot metal capsule during the introduction of the parasite. Despite the pain and the parasite in its system, the subject succeeded in addressing the wheel. Parasite's disruption detected 2 minutes into its presence in the subject's body. Mind maggot enhancement with poison and suppresses the psychic functions and plays successfully inside its victim. The parasite's vital functions persist, yet with no sign of compliance on the part of the host. Unacceptable. Subject punished by partial skin removal and suspension by the detached area of skin. Wow, that's... okay. We really should leave Komorag. Experiment finished. Result negative. For as long as the subject remains capable of combating the mind maggot's presence, pain is the only available method of suppression. Subject to be placed in a capsule with slowly rotating blades until further instructions. There must be more loot. Ah, there is. And I think that's all.
Keep your wits about you.
Move away a little bit. Yep, that is all. Let's get back to here. I can see that the farseer is here in case we didn't have Irialt with us, so he can open the gate. Now we can move forward, but we do that only in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you in the next one. Bye!